So I was asked about this. Matthew 19, 8 through 11. Says you gotta go check out what verse 3 says. The Pharisees came unto him, saying to him, tempting him, and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? Right. And he basically answered, like even before that, even when God's intention was, when he made man, have one wife, and leaves his father and mother to have one wife, cleaves to her, they become one flesh. Have sex. And that's the way they're one. But he says, Moses gave this commandment, hardness in your heart. Oh yeah, and then he had said to him, Moses, I'm reading the KJV, got by the Latter-day Saints, crossed out their name, and became Eastern Orthodox many years later. The picture of Theotokos in there. First Bible I got. Because of the hardness of your heart, suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, whoever puts his wife away except for fornication, sexual immorality, and shall marry another woman, commits adultery, and who is ever so marrieth her which is put away doth commit adultery. His disciples said unto him, if this is the case, if the case of the man be so with his wife, is it not good to marry? And he said unto them, all men cannot receive the same, save they whom it is given. That save there doesn't mean save, it means accept. Accept those who it has been given. Did Christ give you a command not to get married? Can you not accept that? Have you not joined flesh with the woman yet, basically? Have you had intercourse with her? Again, like I said before, if you didn't have sex with somebody, they're not married to you. That's how it works. So the woman, in he says, no, you don't have one husband, you have 5. Now, what's the case today? He's speaking to these Jews. This is a Jew gospel, so I don't really care for it. Speaking to the Jews. Who here is a first century Jew? A Pharisee. Who's a Pharisee? I say, well, that's good for Muslims. Yeah, okay, I can see that. I don't see a lot of problems with that too. NASB, the most direct translation. And here the Greek is no different than that they translate. I'm not an idolater to scripture, and I don't expect anybody. I mean, anybody who else says I don't buy into that. I actually asked the KJV on this. He's saying anybody can understand the KJV, and I said, what does occupy mean? What does lusty mean? What does thou shalt take no thought for the morrow? And they said, occupy means to be somewhere. Lusty means to lust after, to have sexual desire for something. And take no thought for the morrow means don't means just what it means. Don't think about tomorrow. Take no thought for the morrow means don't worry about it. Prepare for it, but don't worry about it. That's actually what it means. Lusty means lively or vigorous, and occupy means to do work or to do heavy work, like hard labor. They occupy in the field. They just stand around. And lusty meant lively or vigorous. So if you read it in modern day English and you haven't read a lot of Shakespeare, you're not going to get that. I forget what the other question is. I keep getting these things from Skype while I'm trying to make a video. I mean, what culture do we live in today? How does this apply to us? And has it been given to you never to marry? I mean, it's just, it says Moses gave it to you this way. That's the economia or whatever. Economia can mean strickening. Like, initially, bishops could be married. But since their role increased, there's no... How are you going to take care of a wife or family? So it's not... It's a wife dies and the children are older. So... The parish priests that I knew were always scared of their wives dying because their children, like in particular one, the first one, he's like, I hope she never dies. God forbid she should ever die. That's terrible. That's something I don't want anyways. But she does. I'm eligible to be a bishop. He's like, they say once a deacon loses his voice, he becomes a priest, and once a priest loses his mind, he becomes a bishop. That's what we say. And priest it comes from presbyter. It doesn't come from the word priest. That's a bastardized term in English. So priest doesn't mean priest of the Old Testament. Everyone is part of the priesthood. Anybody baptized in the Orthodox Church, even the female infants, hold priesthood in the Orthodox Church. It's the office of presbyter. It's occupied by, people we call priests in the church. So, that's it. So they're trying to trap him. Well, you can just leave your wife. I mean, he already said, you follow the letter of the law, but you disobey the spirit of the law. And this is the exact case. Oh, my wife burnt the chicken. I'm going to divorce her. And divorce back then meant a woman's screwed. She's out. A divorced woman in that society, they became prostitutes. They had no choice. He's talking about Pharisees. These are the religious teachers. In the Orthodox Church, priests don't get remarried. You're allowed remarriage 3 times. But priests, if their wife dies, they don't get remarried. Because you need to be married before you become a priest. Before you be ordained. So, I think this is very easy to understand. But then again, if you're trying to understand it through Jacobean English, you lose a lot because the words don't mean the same as they do now. It means accept those who are given the saying. Who is given that saying? Or it's better not to be, when they start talking about it's better not to be married. Yeah, because the persecution under Nero, right after that, boom. I think that was even before the temple was destroyed. Yikes. Take it easy.